starting, and then Francisco is gonna like jump in sometimes to add maybe something. We are Peer Protocol. We are, as Sophia said, based in Rotterdam. Basically, what we do, this is a definition that has been given by the people living at the space, is that we are an incubator of open source community tools and practices, basically. So why I'm underlining the fact that now it's not working. Is it? Yeah. Underlining why that people decided the definition is that because we are like a community, self-managed, and there is no boss. Basically, what happened was, you can see a little bit the history of the space. In last year, around July and August, basically a flat has given for free to Francisco and I for our foundation. And we decided to convert it to open up the space to basically the citizens and people that needed a space in the city, a non-commercial space in the city. So with a group of people interested in joining, basically, we started to renovate the space, and we started a process of prefiguration, basically all together. So basically, we decided together the function of all the rooms and the basic rules that we wanted to have as a group to self-manage the space. In August, between August to December, basically, we had a phase that we call it co-creation, where we design all together the brand, the business model. That's why I said the definition has been given by the community itself, because we together started to work on a business model Canva, and we started to test and try out collaborative tools all together. And now we are in the next phase, that is the incubation, where things are unfolding. We are using our tools, continuously testing them, and we invite people to use our rooms and spaces to join a project, or also to create something new, basically, using the tools that we are providing or creating new tools, basically. What Francisco and I we are doing in all of these is we are sort of researcher. We are like observing and like creating templates and documenting everything that is happening, so that we can actually take the knowledge and share it with a broader community. In our case, it's like the entire world, because we want to give this as an open source knowledge, basically. Within this project, with Urban C experiment, we basically propose to test even more and provide all these tools that we created until now to manage our social media, finance, and all our administration, basically for free as an open source, to other 2 groups within the city. And we propose to open up two other spaces in the city that has the same low barrier kind of entrance, because everyone can participate, and provide a little bit of a financial pocket money. I don't know how to define it. A participatory budget, that's actually the term, to create basically events and develop ideas and projects, basically independently. Here you can see some picture of the tools that we are using, for example. And yeah, this slide says a bit how we operate. We are donation based. We are trying to stay away from commercial mechanism as much as we can. And we also actually are starting to appreciate the fact that we are working not in an institutional setting, because this is really giving the opportunity to people to try out things. But basically we are providing resources, we are tools and spaces to people to try out things, and it doesn't matter the results or the profit. People can try and see what happens. And what we see now is that people are trying out projects or little ideas, and if they're working, they're taking the developed idea to a more institutional setting, and it's really rewarding, that part. And yeah, Francisco and I then, we are still continuously researching what we call researching and developing disclosure of governance and resources available. Basically, we are trying to try out, we want to disclose basically governance methods that we're using, and also all the resources that we created, and they are coming, they're starting to be available to us basically. So yeah, we basically, all this open source knowledge, we call it commons, digital common, and you can actually find it online. You can find it on our website. On Medium, we have some articles that are explaining a little bit the setting which we are operating. Recently, an academic research paper has been published with our ideas, like all these thoughts developed, and was written in collaboration with the University of Delft. Then we are going to start to be more engaged in LinkedIn, and we're quite engaged in Instagram, but we want to actually use starting to use Instagram to actually spread a little bit our methodology. What we really believe in is that if we provide open source knowledge to people and you give them resources and no barriers to access to these resources, really magic can happen. We really work in between, where the market is not operating because there is not commercial value, and where state is a bit blind or not attentive. So in this culture that is in between, there is really magic. And we are trying to see what's going to happen.
So we'll speak a little bit about our micro grant action in Alba Iulia. We're part of the municipality, Ioana and myself, who have been involved in developing this action at local level, through which we're trying to put focus on sustainability, on food production, on food waste, sustainable agriculture, in a very innovative place. It's an urban garden that we have locally developed in a partnership with a private hypermarket, a very big hypermarket chain. And through this, we're trying to reach also vulnerable groups. So we're reaching also the social justice component of this call, and to implement a measure locally, which will improve a little bit the situation, which will raise awareness among local stakeholders, and which will bring the municipality also into an area that it wants to develop even further. How we're going to do this is through free interactive workshops that we plan to do in the next 2 months, where we are going to involve the local schools, the university, but also local farmers. So it's something that we've thought about before, and some actions, smaller actions have been done, but this is something more integrated with more stakeholders involved, that will certainly have an impact locally, and will certainly develop new tools in the near future. One of them I will present in the end of the presentation. So basically what we'll have is we'll have a few speakers who will present in this very nice and cozy place as I've presented, the Gradinescu area. We will have bringing together. We have brought together the speakers and the youngsters, the vulnerable groups, and the farmers, who all should be together in this environment, in this urban farm, and who will interact for these trainings, workshops on sustainability, on sustainable food production, and on food waste. This is the site. It's just an image that shows a little bit of the site, and there are some links for which we are going to promote the events, especially Facebook. It's important to say Facebook is still in fashion in our country. I don't know the reason, but it still is, and YouTube as well. So these will be the main tools that we are going to use. Also, the municipality has a very well-connected Facebook page where a lot of people view the event and what actions the municipality implements. So this will be the site, the pilot area, and it's actually situated in the heart of the city, in Alba Carolina Fortress. As I said, we'll also have small local farmers who will attend the event, and we want to give them also the opportunity to discuss with the youngsters and to present what they're doing and talk about sustainability, talk about food and even food waste, because this is an important topic at local level, and they will support the connection of youngsters with nature. It's an important subject which is not covered in any schools at the moment. Maybe for people going to university, but it's not something that is at the grassroots level, and that's what we hope will happen in the future as well. So we're trying to enhance also this capacity of local farmers to become more well known at local level, and to raise awareness among youngsters on how important is their activity. Some of the outcomes of the event will be the fact that we will have all the stakeholders at the same table discussing about social inclusion and sustainability. And I would like to mention also a side outcome of the event, which will be a functional mechanism that we're trying to set up in place. It will be a pilot project for food waste. And we're trying to involve the local hypermarkets as well in this process. It will be very interesting because we've never done it locally. And we're trying to develop something that will help support the reduction of food poverty at local level. I won't go much further into this. Now, Sophia, if you want to, I can conclude here. We'll go for the question. Thank you.